Yes, we are ready, by the way.
That's it.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
The moment of suspense, right? I don't know what I'm doing.
Francesca, the camera doesn't answer back. You
No?
just saying.
That's why every time I try and
It doesn't
No,
work.
you just do this.
it's been years and nothing.
It's a good listener.
It's a
Yeah, I
good
know.
answer.
That's good though.
All our fans
But
are back
guys,
there.
hello.
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 So, we have a moment like again of suspense. As you can see, we have a fantastic guest that we are going to introduce to you very, very soon. But first off, all of this won't be possible without the help of our greatest sponsors.
Guys, you guys rock. I love our sponsors. Do you love our sponsors?
I love them.
Do you like
I
them?
love them.
I love them
I
too.
love
Vanny,
Love
you
the
like
money.
them?
I love the sponsors.
I love the sponsors.
What? Did I say that? Oh,
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Hey,
Thank
I
God you're
say-
behind the camera.
I say it like it is,
Yes.
but we do back our sponsors because
I
we
love
do
it.
know they
Because they're
do-
super cool.
They're super cool. They do great work, and we wouldn't accept them. Okay, that's a fucking lie. But we would accept them even if they didn't do good work. But we're lucky enough that they do amazing work.
They stand out. They stand
we have
out.
the best sponsors
We have
ever.
the best sponsors.
We love you guys.
So who
We
are
really
they?
love you.
I will let you know.
Awesome.
So the first one is our friend and cleaner Nettoyage Diamant. Guys, do you want to be clean in your house, in your space, in your commercial space, wherever, whichever space? You have
Your
to call-
closet, like
your closet, your closet, your bathroom.
Clean out the
bath-
closet.
That's it. A little space, big space, cabinet space.
He does that.
He does that too. So you guys have to call Nettoyage Diamant because you have to.
Anthony.
Anthony Paterno, thank you so much.
Thank
you
you
are
so much,
awesome.
Anthony.
You are the wizard of cleaning. And
I love that.
He's the wizard. That's
Yeah.
what it is. The
or
wizard.
the Harry Potter.
That's it. It's the Harry Potter of Nettoyage
yes.
Diamant. So guys,
You are.
to reach Anthony Paterno, it's 514-686-1581. Info at nettoyagediamant.com, nettoyagediamant.com, on Instagram, on Facebook, online, on Google, on Yahoo, on Bing, everywhere.
Bing.
Bing.
Okay.
He's very Bing.
Amazing. That was bad.
So guys,
We're not gonna go there.
wherever it's a search engine. So guys, whenever you want, whenever you want to clean, Nettoyage Diamant is the
Is
group,
your guy.
the team. He's the guy for you. And what's a little cleaning without a house?
The house is important.
Guys, you have to clean somewhere. So you know what? Thanks to Van Cropsel, he can get you your next home or even sell your next home. Van Cropsel Remax Alliance, he does residential, he does commercial, he's everywhere. Guys, he's everywhere. East End, West End, North Shore, South Shore, beyond the shore. He's your guy. So 438-402-9471, VANC at remax-quebec.com, vancropsel.com. Vanny, why are you laughing
He's
at me?
beyond the shore.
He's beyond the shore. Jersey Shore.
Somewhere beyond the shore.
Okay.
Sorry, Van, that was
That's funny.
totally not
Come
responsible.
on, you all know that song.
I just wanna thank one last person.
I love you too.
Yeah. Besides you guys, I love you so much. Much love. No, besides that, I want.
No.
No, it's not true. I really want to thank the person who makes like all this possible. Look how
at that.
beautiful.
Look at that
art.
behind you. That
Like
is-
we're surrounded, but this is thanks to Emil Widmar, Emerge 3.
yeah.
So guys, go check him, his works. He's amazing. He's a super talented artist. He's also a musician, longtime friends with Steph.
Absolutely.
And a
yes.
great artist and a great person.
Yeah. Look at
So
that.
thank you so much,
Like a
Em.
3D effect that he created behind
Yeah,
it.
and he does that for us, basically. Creates
wow.
our background.
Let's be honest, he does, but this is probably sold for like who knows how many thousands of dollars in
Okay.
some hotel.
Amazing.
So now I'm stressed because I'm
He
just
worked
like,
on it there. He worked on it there,
She's like-
and we're just the lucky ones to have it until it's delivered to where it has to go. So
Well,
that's
guys,
the-
contact him, and if you want to purchase art, he's your guy.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
immortalized it, basically.
Absolutely,
It started here.
So that said, now we can finally introduce our guest.
We saved the best for last.
Exactly.
Sweet.
Right.
Last but not last, come si dice? Last but not
Last
least.
but not least.
Sorry, I
That's
inverted.
okay.
Last
That's
but not least, we have Silvio Furino.
See.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Pleasure.
It was so precise, Silvio Furino.
You
But
got
also, like today, we have him with us because, I mean, he's a musician as well, but also he has a great activity that is Silvio Decor Eleganza. Is that correct, like that?
Decor Eleganza, yeah.
Decor Eleganza. So he works in the events.
Correct.
He is part, like, it's an integral part of the events. Without him, you cannot have your event, basically, because, like, you
Bare
want
walls.
your, I don't know, you want your wedding, your party, everything you want, like a private party, corporate party, and, you know, conferences, and, you know, we want something to be perfect, to be good looking, to be well designed. So he's your guy. So now I'm gonna start with the first question, if you don't mind.
Perfect. Go ahead.
So how this passion for design and decor started?
It's strange. It's by fluke, really. So I have a music department, which is my band Sophistication, and through that,
Great band, guys.
thank you very much. You're very sweet. So through that, down the path of playing with the band for years, suddenly I don't know why I thought about it way later. I should have thought of it from day one.
Just because it wasn't enough, right?
I guess so. I guess maybe I just needed a new challenge in my life. But I think literally 20 years in, I started Eleganza Decor. And I guess it was just one of those things where it finally hit me. And I said, well, people are coming to see me for music. So especially in a wedding, when someone's getting a wedding going, for example, they'll go see a reception hall, the church possibly that they're getting married in, and they'll look into their entertainment. So it's 1, 2, and 3 really,
Yeah.
Nice.
and somewhat in that order. And so I figured they're in my office, let's talk about decor as well, and that's how it really started. And like I said, I just wished I started it years ago, but I started it about 10 years ago.
Well, 10 years ago is a lot of
a long
experience.
It is, and so I have the music for 30 years, the decor for 10.
It's a
and
very demanding job.
it is demanding. You know what? It's funny that you say that because it is such a challenging job. And if you would think that putting up decor is easy, it's not. The girls that work with me, we get hurt, we get tired. We're on the road at different hours, sometimes 4 in the morning because we have to go clear out a venue because they need it for another venue. We're pretty much the first ones there and the last ones out.
Wow.
I always thought that would have been the case musically, but that's not even the case. I mean, musicians or DJs actually do go home before a decor company does. You know?
Yeah, the decor company probably is the last.
And we're probably installing on a Friday or a Thursday if they allow us to. So we're out there for a lot of hours.
Yeah, that's impressive. And so you said 10 years.
10 years, actually 11. But
11?
10, 11 years.
Okay. And the aspect, the most challenging that you find up still now?
I guess just with every bride that comes in, it's a new challenge. It's from a brand new challenge. You never have what the next bride wants. So, and I'm not saying it I say it in a positive way. Like it's challenging for us to try to get her what she wants. And why I say the bride, we really do with the bride, but lately it's been the groom as well. But in general, the bride comes with a plan. And the most challenging aspect of it all is to make that plan become a reality, right?
Yeah.
And so you're forever. I mean, we do stuff not like M does here at his beautiful studio, but we are designing things as we go along. If they want to have a flower wall, or a backdrop of some sort, or a flower arrangement, an arch, or what have you. So I guess the most challenging thing to do in this business is just to understand what the bride is looking for.
Mirror their desire.
Mirror their, yeah. And you could say, they come with a picture and you can get that to happen. But no, there's more beyond the picture. The materials that you use and and what have you, and the research behind it. Sometimes you wouldn't believe it. There's a lot that goes into the planning of it.
Yeah.
Now, let's say you have a bride, maybe a groom, maybe both, come in, clean slate. They have no idea what they want, and they come to you to propose something. How do you know what to propose?
Yes. Okay. So what we do immediately is ask them if they have a theme in mind, anything in mind, and the answer might be no, and then you're really in trouble.
You're so
But
screwed.
maybe just a color. Maybe they should, like, you know, this year happens to be sage, for example. A couple of years ago was dusty blue, or whatever it might be. And if they don't have that idea, then naturally you'll start them on a path where maybe you have that in your inventory. So, you know, and then you go from there. So if they come in with a clean slate and they're not quite sure where to go with this, you have to put a color in their mind.
Yeah.
Once you have a color in their mind, you can go a direction.
So how do you know what's trending?
Well, that doesn't come from me. That comes from the girls that work with me. So we have I have an amazing assistant. Her name is Carolyn. She's always online, always checking things out, always, you know, the purchaser. She's the one on Amazon and what have you to bring things in. We have a florist, Sylvie Daigle, who she's independent. She's on her own, but she also helps us with the artificial flowers. And it goes from there. Basically, they're really looking out for things for me.
You create your own net.
Yeah, they do. I do get creative with all that, but with all honesty, the girls are the ones that
Leave
help
it to
me
the
a lot.
women.
Well, they're really good at it. Let's just
Yeah.
face it. And then
Carolyn's awesome. Like,
Sorry?
I've seen Carolyn work.
yeah,
Man,
Yeah.
she, holy shit, man, does she go
yeah,
at it.
yeah. She's very good. And
Yeah.
and you know, I'm the guy that gets up on the skyjack and the ladder and the scaffolds and, you know, what have you, and put it all together. You know.
Well,
Go.
we are so curious.
Yeah, we're like, I wanna ask.
So I know that something similar in your other different field has been asked by Stefano, or will be asked by Stefano. It depends. So what I was talking about, a tough event, something like a sort of a nightmare event that you had to, you know, kind of like last minute adjustment or something. It was really scary. You kind of like, oh my God, this is
For
going
decor?
bad.
I
Yeah.
would imagine the whole decor business is like a nightmare.
Yeah, but
Well, many times happens things
I
like
would
that.
imagine
Yeah.
timing-wise, it's so tight.
That
and-
supplier that didn't deliver that, you know, like, and you have
Yeah.
to roll with it, find solution.
we haven't had any issues with suppliers or anything like that. But what we do have, you know, time is our enemy. So we had a 3-day event in Mont Tremblant
Wow.
for a big company for Ergo Hotel Management, and which is sold now. But anyway, that's another story. But basically, it was a 3-day conference where I was responsible to make sure they had everything, you know, audio visual wise, you know, everything they had needed for that. And then that was the first night, and the second night was similar. But the third night, which would be a Saturday night, and it was a gala, where everybody goes back to their rooms and comes back all nice and dressed and ready for a party. They had my band, they had the audio visual going, but for the decor, they wanted us to flip the room from the audio visual aspect of it all, with the suspended projectors and screens, and I mean a lot of screens, maybe 6 screens around the room. Take all that down at 2:00 and be ready at 6:00. But what came down was audiovisual. What went up was decor. But I mean, in every sense. I mean, we had to put those curtains around the room, you know, those nice sheer panel curtains all the way around the room, with the lights, with the LED lights, like the one that I have right behind me.
Yeah.
The table settings, change, you know, put all the round tables out, the chairs, the tablecloths, the napkins, the folded napkins, the soupla, the charger plates, everything in
So
4
you took
hours.
care also of that?
Everything.
Wow.
It was in the hall? Taking with napkins
Everything.
and
The hall
stuff?
just put the tables in place.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So because
Thank them.
yeah,
Thank you.
well,
At
because
least.
if the company's going, like I said, with a theme or what have you, that year happened to be disco, for example. So the the tables were all that sequin silver, and so a hall won't have that. A hall is going to have black and white,
Yeah.
right? We'll provide any other color. So we had 4 hours to do it, and I tell you, I kid you not, when we were putting the curtains around the room, we were on our last pole,
What happened?
and then we were ready, is what I'm trying to say, but it's a stress factor.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
be ready, because this is not just anything. It's a gala for a very big corporate event,
Yeah.
and they're flying in people from all over Canada, and and the United States. So you don't want to be the guy on a ladder when they're
They're walking
coming
in.
in.
You really don't want to be that guy.
But it was that close to being that. We were just on the last pole. We put it up, and we got down, removed the ladder, and the doors open.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just a stress
Yeah.
factor, you know. It's just, it's up there at some points.
I can imagine.
I guess that would
feel
be
it.
the only thing that was really.
Because it probably starts before you know you're limited on time.
Yeah.
So those 4 hours, you're like, I don't know. And
Well-
it starts, it's 4 hours. It's not like it's the last 30 minutes. It's the whole 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this is taking longer than I thought. And then it plays in
Yeah,
your
and also
mind.
there's something
Exactly.
something that's not always
Well, because the
working
thing-
the way it should.
For sure. And things, you know, when you clear a room, there's a lot of traffic going on. There's the stuff that's coming out, there's the stuff that's going in. And believe it or not, it could be dangerous. Like I said, we got hurt very often. I hit Carolyn in the head with a truss.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm not even joking. I had it sideways, and I turned, and I hit her. This was at Mont Blanc, actually. I hit her, and you heard ding! And it resonated. And Steve, I remember Steve of the Mattis, he ran in. He's like, everything okay? Because I hit her in the head with a truss. I was just turning around.
You
and
cut her?
She got hurt. Of course she got hurt. But she got a hard head. And she did. She did well.
She was probably up on a ladder. If I know her the way she's, 10 minutes later, she was probably
Yeah,
up on
you know.
some ladder.
But we do get hurt. There's a lot of traffic going on. You know, you're taking down screens, projectors, you're removing all this, and then you're bringing in the other stuff. And it's got to be ready in 4 hours. That's with the tear down. So there's a tear down, and then things are
And
going
tear
back
up,
up.
yeah.
So
Have you ever had multiples in one day?
multiple events. Oh my gosh.
How do you check? How do you organize that?
Oh, it's tough. But I could tell you that the comeback year after the pandemic, the most I had was 16 events in one day.
In one day?
In one day. They were not that big, especially during the pandemic with, you know, events of 20 people or 30 people, but it didn't matter. Try to get around this city in this traffic with 16 events.
But you had
We're
the
talking
bigger
like
team,
house
huh?
decors, church decors, backyard tents and chairs and tables. Yeah, we had 8 people.
Yeah, okay. Well, still.
We had 8 people, just like 2 people at a place.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you probably play. If I know you, you played a gig at.
Yeah, and then I had to put on a
16.
suit and sing.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. Imagine being
Crazy, huh?
doing 16 events, managing that, putting it together, and then jumping on stage with a smile, singing as well as he does. Fuck, man, hats off, man.
It isn't easy. But
That's
thanks.
holy shit. That's amazing.
Yeah, but now on the average it's 7, 8 events.
Now the average is 15.
One less. No, 7 or 8 events.
150 per
7 or
day
8, 6, 7, 8 events
per weekend.
per weekend. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
it's good.
yeah. It is good.
You must have a big team.
No, we're 4 people. Mainly every weekend we're about 4, sometimes 3 or 4. And then if it gets out of whack, like I said, or it's an event, like I said, we have to do everything.
Yeah.
Like we were
more.
recently at La Tundra on.
Yeah, I saw the
yeah.
picture.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I love that. Also, I love that venue.
That was all
really
of
nice.
that.
They're
We
like
did
the La Tundra, the room with the 2 floors, right?
the 2 floors
Is it me or is it
on the
does it
Gilles
look like
Villeneuve
Yeah,
racetrack.
yeah. I was there like a month ago. Is it like 80s full pin, that room?
The room is, but what we did to it was really modern.
That's
yeah.
why you're hired
Yeah.
and you're doing a great job, because it's a great, like, the venue's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The glass, you know, you see the you're in
Oh,
the
it's
park.
gorgeous. Yeah.
It's just the actual decor in there.
Yeah,
It's
it's old school.
1980s old but
Yeah.
like, it's
So again, that was one where, other than the tables, we even brought the chairs, and
oh yeah, you have to.
wow.
everything. Yeah, you have to.
Amazing.
And put up the curtains and.
And you have in house all of these things, or for
I have a
example,
warehouse.
like
yeah.
you have
I
a warehouse.
with
Or
all
a few
this.
warehouses, yes.
Well, I have 2 warehouses. One is for the music, and one is for the decor.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And go.
Go.
You go.
Go. It's okay.
No, you go.
I asked my 2 questions. It's okay. Now I forgot my question. See,
Me too. No, I'm joking. So, how did you? Well, you said like it's almost 11 years you're doing this job, and you kind of like get into it because of the music, because through the music you were attending many events. So I guess you kind of educated yourself toward this
Yeah.
field through that.
It was definitely a place to learn, just right there, you know, hands-on. You're at an event, and there's a lot of great companies in this field. There's a lot of good decor companies, as there are florists and bands and everything. Let's face it, Montreal is
competitive.
very,
Yeah.
it's competitive. It's a very talented city for that. But the thing is, if I have to go way, way, way back, when I was a kid, when my father had a butcher shop, He was a butcher, the Italian butcher, and he was in St. Lambert. I don't know if you know where it's on the
Oh my
South Shore.
God! Yeah, my aunt was there. My aunt was
Nice
from
little
there.
village, and he kept his butcher shop really like interesting with like little artsy stuff here and there, and he would always have me help him with that, and maybe it comes from there. I don't know, maybe a little bit from there, and then I remember he came home with. He used to always drive a pickup truck with the box in the back, so you put the meat and all that, and he would have me put the name of the butcher shop on the truck.
Oh, nice.
I was only like 14, 15 years old. I had a paintbrush and I'm putting the letters with those, the cutouts, but still,
That's really
he would
nice.
trust me with that. And I don't know, I guess I was the one at home with my mom putting up the Christmas tree and stuff. So I seemed to be the one. My brothers couldn't care for it or anything.
You gotta
So I
have
was-
an eye somehow.
You do
with
have to
that,
have an eye
yeah.
for it. And I think I don't know if that comes from that or from music or both, but I actually like it. I actually do enjoy it.
Yeah, that's
So by the time I finally said, my gosh, maybe I should start a decor company, I saw a lot out there. I saw how
Yeah.
people do stuff. And
But that probably actually helped you because you
sure.
were saying like, oh, maybe I wish I could have started before. But in the end of the day, probably when you started, you were ready to do it because you had already the eye experience and you saw a
Yeah,
lot.
sure.
And the confidence given through the music and you
Sure.
know, organizing and managing already the music band and everything.
Absolutely.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Because I've been to your warehouse and it's fantastic. It's a beautifully laid out. The decor is, I don't know if it's all there, but there's a lot there. Chandeliers hanging, tables set up beautifully, flowers and tons of stuff. And I would imagine you display this for clients. They come to your office
Yes.
and they see different things. How the fuck do you have clients come 6 or 7 per week? So you've got to be meeting 10, 15 clients a week, at least on average. You finish your events, you go back to the warehouse, you got to set it all up again.
yeah,
And,
it does
like,
come
it's
back
not, it's
messy.
not like you have double. I mean, maybe you have doubles of some, but it
No,
must be
we're not there yet.
costly to do that. And I wouldn't have doubles because to me, if it's sitting in the warehouse, it's not making money. It's got to be out, right?
It's got to be out. Yeah.
So it's like, how the hell do you do all this work and get it in time to show people, and you put in the same amount of, energy showcasing it than you do you do the same amount of energy like you're in doing an event. So
And
how
probably
on
more.
earth-
Probably
more
because
right?
you're tired by then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
When you do the events, and I'm sure you feel the same way, Stefano, but when you do a Saturday or a Sunday or double header or whatever, you don't feel it Monday. You feel it Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you're almost better off meeting the client on the Monday because you're still on that buzz from the weekend, But if you really gotta take a day or two away from it and then you go back in on a Wednesday or Thursday, it's actually quite challenging.
Yeah.
But you got to do it, and you got to put on a smile, and and make them realize that you're ready for their wedding day or whatever event they're having. You
that's a lot
cannot
of
cannot
client,
appear
like-
to be tired or anything.
No.
I have
Stamina.
trouble- I have trouble just like with the band and all the clients. It's hard to, not hard. You do it because it's their wedding. And it's, you're doing 50, 60 weddings, whatever it is, corporate functions. To personalize all of them is very difficult. You just added another 150 contracts yearly to that. How on earth do you manage that?
I'm
How
I'm,
does your brain keep
I'm
that
I'm
Stumped.
sick in the head.
Like,
That's how, yeah.
Wow. Hats off, man.
Well, thank you.
Holy
Thank you.
cow.
No, it's
I can't
impressive.
even-
It's
Thank you.
definitely impressive.
I can't think of how you, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, you took the chairs. I would never remember.
Oh man, but I'm feeling it though. I get up in the morning. I'm telling you, I walk from my bed to my espresso machine like an old man. I get
Oh, my
up,
goodness.
and I swear, as soon as I just get up like really slow, and then this hurts and that hurts, and then I have that coffee, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
Ready to
And I'm
roll.
ready to roll. But as
Yeah.
soon as I get out of bed, it's like a truck
Yeah.
hit me.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
because it's as a musician, as a drummer, you're going to be sitting and playing a certain way, or as a singer, of course, you're using your vocal cords and whatever. But in decor, like I said, I am the guy on the skyjack
really
or the
do
ladder.
have a-
Your body's moving in positions it's never moved before.
I didn't know I had those muscles.
I didn't know I could do that. So it hurts. It hurts
Yeah.
at the end
Yeah,
of
I
the week.
could
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And talking about clients, what's the craziest request that you heard from them?
every week.
Probably craziest in
Can you make
terms
my
of
hall look like New
this
York
is
City?
really out of for many reasons, and it could be like that venue cannot host thing like that, or
It's the craziest. There are
or more impossible, like the ones you have to say, guys, I love you, or not. But I really cannot do that. It's
No, I
either
don't-
too expensive or too.
well, any idea they come to me with, I will give them a quote. But then they'll realize, yeah, it's out of our budget, or we didn't think it would cost this much, or whatever. The craziest.
It's out of realm of earth.
Horses.
The craziest is when we have to put veiling up on a ceiling.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
So on the ceiling on top, like this,
Yeah, like
not just the walls, the
the ceiling. Anything suspended
Okay.
is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Anything, you know what? I guess it would be when we do a shopping mall. We do a shopping mall for Christmas.
Oh, what a job you guys do on that one. That's
Oh,
amazing.
and that is,
I
I'm
see
on
the
a
pictures and it's
skyjack for
beautiful.
a week.
So you're
my
going
God.
to. soon it's going
I
to be-
bring my lunch up on a skyjack.
Oh my God, am
I'm
I-
up there and it's high ceilings, you know, so, and we're putting either decor up there or like veiling or whatever. And anything you do up there is 3 or 4 times the amount of time you do on
Okay.
even with a skyjack.
I can imagine.
And so when you're operating the skyjack and you're moving inches this way or that way so you don't hit the vendor that's behind you that's
Yeah.
doing his thing or whatever, there's so many challenges. So I guess I don't know if the requests from people are crazy, but when a mall tells you to go 30 feet up to do something and you go, yeah, I could do that, you're the crazy one.
Probably, yeah.
You're the crazy one.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Is there
My
anything that you've done that somebody did not like at any point?
I can honestly tell you that I've never had a dissatisfied client.
Oh,
Meaning, like, can you add this at the last minute?
Oh, there's
one of those
always
types of-
add this and always that. Can you add more? Can you make it puffier? Can you make it bigger?
Puffier.
And you try to tell them, I'm doing this within your budget.
Of
you know.
course.
Like right now, I never ever thought in my life my warehouse would be full of artificial flowers.
Really,
I
yeah.
have more artificial flowers than I have gear, like band gear right
Oh
now.
my God.
Because it's really on
It's
trend. now.
really in demand.
Really, yeah.
And they're beautiful now. Like, I don't know if you've seen them up close, but they make them really well. now.
Very expensive too.
So if you're gonna go do an arch at a bride's house, and you dare to do that with real flowers, it's gonna cost thousands of dollars.
Yes, that's true.
Where through me it'll be like $350, and then you'll have maybe an Italian mother come out and say, "Can you put more flowers?" But we've never had a client say, "This is not what I wanted. It didn't turn out the way I thought it would."
I
They
didn't
always,
like
I can imagine.
and a lot of times, with all honesty, I'm not just trying to, toot my own horn here, but they're even happy. It comes out better than they thought.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is great, though.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause I
because
know-
even for us, it's a challenge. It's I guess like M would have over here when he's going at it and he's doing something. It's never finished. It's you could always do something else. You got to walk away from it sometimes. Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
agreed.
torment of the artist.
That's
Yeah.
right. And I'm not
Unfinished.
saying maybe I shouldn't speak for him, but if I was an artist and this is awesome, I could never do this actually, but if I was the artist, then I come back 2 years later and say, oh, I should have done it like this. I should have
Yeah.
done that,
Oh, yeah,
right?
100%.
So even ourselves, we could be on location, and it is art really because we're forming things out of, flowers
Yeah.
or veiling, like curtains. We do wonderful work with curtains. We create beautiful backdrops, and sometimes we look at it and we step back. And we may be proud of it or whatever. But there's still something we want to add to it. There's
Yeah.
still some little twist to it we want to do.
But this is also the push to do it better, right?
To do it better. So I think because of that, the result is that we don't get complaints.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the best because you're innovative. You're
Yeah.
basically keeping up with your clients.
For sure.
And I'm sure you already have those clients or already had those clients that are very particular. Share it.
Yeah, there are.
Well, it's
No
like every
names.
business, right? Every business has
I
that.
can imagine.
Yeah.
But it must be one of those, like, so nowadays I find every business is like, oh, I didn't expect it to be that much. You know, you call the guy for the tempo.
Yes.
And hey, how much to set up my tempo? Oh, it's $750. What the fuck? I didn't expect. Like, I feel like it's every business.
Yeah.
But in the decor business, it must be 5 times the regular amount because
Well,
it's like,
it is that.
well, it's in your warehouse, so you know it's either you make $50 or you make nothing. You know, like I don't know. Does that ever happen?
Well, all the time. There's always someone asking if I could throw this in or that in. Can you? Well, especially Italian moms. Like if we're gonna do, because you know, like I said, a really good client, we're gonna get the bride's house, and in this day and age, the groom wants the house, or the mother of the groom wants the house decorated as well. It's a big thing lately.
Yeah.
It's a really big thing.
I really do.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And then you're lucky enough to get the church maybe, and then the hall. So you got a client for the day, you know. And so somewhere in there, the mother's going to be like, you know, I got you for this, and that, so you can throw that in, you know. And but you know, you can't.
You gotta.
Of course.
You can do a little better here and there, but you know, that question will always come up.
Yeah.
For sure.
But do you must have at least, I don't know how many quotes per week that they say, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, people come in with pictures, you know, thanks to Instagram or Pinterest or whatever, and you know, they're out of this world. I mean, some of the things there are $20,000-$30,000 decor contracts, and then, you know, and some people will spend that money, but on the average, whatever everybody brings in a picture, you know, through a picture, their budget's probably a fourth of that, a quarter of that. Yeah. So, but you do the best with their budget.
It's funny, the podcast is exactly that. Like, we had some guy who called and, you know, he just wanted, I think I want to do some sort of show, you know. He wants to do like a 15-20 minute episodic thing. And he's like, I could get a student, but I'd rather give you guys $50-$60 a week to do the podcast. And I was like, what? What? $50-$60 a week to do a podcast? You don't realize the 4 hours of work.
Oh yeah.
Just to set up to do a 20-minute segment. Like,
well, it's you know, I mean, back to the music department. How many times have you been asked to do 1 hour set or whatever for a cocktail hour?
Yeah.
It is not a 1 hour day.
No.
Yeah.
It's a 5 hour day. It's everything you've got to bring there and install and do the job, and then leave. And maybe you can't leave because guests are in the way. And so nothing is as simple as people think it might be.
Of course.
But regardless, if a client has a $10,000 budget or a $5,000 budget or a $200 budget, we'll work with it. We're fine with it.
Yeah.
What drives me nuts about this business, in every aspect of it, musically or decor, is when you send quotes in an email and you don't get a response.
Oh, I know. I hate it when people don't answer.
And there's way too much of that going on.
Yeah.
That is the part that just deflates you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because you spend time, like
To put
Carolyn.
together a quote.
Carolyn does a lot of the quotes, and she doesn't just send flower wall, $300, whatever.
Yeah.
It's flower wall with 3 or 4 pictures, with 3
you
options,
sent
Very
that.
thorough. Yeah.
alterations
that,
that we can do, and then the next item, and it goes on and on and on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's just the email is artwork. It's gorgeous by the time we send it,
Yeah.
and you get nothing in return.
Oh, that's so discouraging.
Nothing.
You know what?
Not
That's
like thank you.
discouraging.
Not even an acknowledgement. Like not.
A repairman
Receipt.
charges his time to go give you a quote. Right? You
What-
call a guy to fix your microwave. Yeah, it's $150 to get me there, and then I'm going to give you a quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what
Yeah.
it
You
is.
got to go and yeah.
And we don't get any of that. You spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's time. And you got to
Yeah.
give that quote, at least give a response.
Unfortunately, that can't happen in the decor division. But what I do,
Yeah.
it's a scene in Friends.
Do-do.
What I do is I send a quote. Look, if they ask me to go visit them at the venue,
Uh-huh.
you know, come, we want to see the venue with you,
Yeah.
or come to my house and whatever it is. I'll say we'll send you a quote for see if you like my pricing,
Yeah.
and if they do, you know you got them, and then I'll go,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yes.
right?
Because otherwise you don't go wasting your time. And then
Which I did
it's-
at one point. I was inexperienced, and I was driving around town
it's
and
normal, yeah.
coming back,
Yeah.
and you're under, right? Your time, your gas,
Of course.
and,
Yeah,
of course.
you know, and in this city, the traffic just, want to pull your hair out, and it drives you
This
nuts.
city is
So
crazy.
Can
but
we-
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's brutal. It's brutal, especially 13th. Very brutal.
Well, everything
that
is
out loud?
brutal, even inside. But anyway,
everywhere and anywhere, it's tough to get around. And
My next question. To clear my throat because it's a big one.
well, it's a dry room. It's very hot.
It was
Warm
the
room.
sponsors.
You clear your throat. I'm having a shot.
There you go. What is that one venue that you adore having put together? What is that one venue that stands out that you say, dang, this is one of my best?
The ones that look more like warehousing, I swear, or that are plain, simple. A tent, for example.
so you can.
So
play
you can
with
put
that.
your hands all over it. You
Yeah.
get your ideas out and do everything. So I mean, the one venue, I don't have one in mind, but there's a lot of venues now that have that warehousing look. Like they're thinking a little outside of the box. So in other words, a beautiful venue like Mont Blanc or whatever, it's beautiful to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so what do you want to add? Maybe a backdrop behind the bride and groom, whatever. But a warehouse or a tent, and you're just going at it. Basement of a church.
Oh.
Oh, really?
The things we've done to a basement of a church, you want to live in it after. You know, I mean, seriously, you know, those are the challenges. Those are the venues we like to work in.
Is there one in particular that stands out? I mean, in color-wise,
Oh, the
decor-wise?
Garviger. The Garviger.
Ah, sick.
The room itself has this. They tend to put their lighting on this amber look. So every time we go in with gold items, gold structures,
Kind of pop up.
it really pops up. You know,
Nice.
their ceiling's not too high, so we can put fairy lights on the ceiling and and really work the room.
Yeah.
But I really I like going back there a lot. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, go.
I have a question. So basically, what is something that now is on trend that you don't like personally?
Oh.
But it's on trend, so like.
Well, what was a trendy thing was, the seating charts where
Yeah,
people, instead
yeah.
of making the cards per table,
Yeah, they do
they make the panel,
Yeah.
which my cousin from PBI Design does that for me. He's wonderful. He did the wrap on my van. I don't know if you've ever seen my van. The whole full wrap. He's an illustrator. He's a
He
designer.
does also wrapping, correct?
Yeah, he does the wrapping.
Oh,
He
okay.
does bulletins. He's done so much. He's really good. But at one point, guests were asking us to get a decal placed onto a mirror, for example.
Ah,
Very
right,
nice.
yes.
So if you've
yeah.
got like 350 guests,
It's crazy.
your
The
mirror is
mirror.
big, it's heavy, it's fragile.
Quantas fortuna se lo
and
rompi.
the transport is an issue. So I think that would have been the most ball busting thing that people could ask for.
It was
Is
annoying.
I want
yeah?
my list in a mirror. So
But now it's back to normal.
and now it's more of a
Like a cardboard.
A scroll.
it's a cardboard.
maybe?
What's the
The scroll? Like a
what's the
scroll
name of
type?
it? It's just it's a thick cardboard, really, that they use. It's a one-nighter. You throw it out at the end of the night.
Okay, so basically.
Foam
simple.
core. Foam core? Is that what it's called?
Foam,
Foam board? Foam core?
Foam board, maybe.
Something like that. I can't
It's
remember.
like what you do your school project on, You
Oh, it's
go
a
to-
No, a
foam
little,
board.
But like
little
a
better product than that.
But like a coroplast thing?
like a coroplast, maybe?
Yeah, that's also an option. There's two
Okay.
of them that we.
So you do a panel of coroplast and then.
Yeah.
Or you can have M paint something, right?
You can have M come and do the thing.
Yeah,
300
guys, this
names.
is a great
Canvas,
idea.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea. And you can bring
Actually,
it
it's
home.
a great idea.
And you
Yeah.
bring it home and use it as
You
a
gotta
mouthpiece.
have the budget, but
So the mirror idea comes up once in a while.
still it pops
He's
up.
like,
It still pops up. But
Guys,
less than-
don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Do it.
Don't ask it
Fuck
for
the
it.
mirror.
Imagine
Set
that
it
500 names.
7
Oh my
years
God.
of unlucky if
If
it
bad luck,
breaks.
if it
as
breaks,
a bad
hey,
luck
I- you
side.
know-
So you don't have to do it.
I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah. If
like,
it
guys, I'm-
breaks,
Do you have couches and stuff? Obviously, you have like lounges. And
Well,
stuff.
we will subcontract.
Okay.
We'll outsource for some of that stuff.
Okay. For sure.
Like Gala Design has a lot of that beautiful stuff, or Diva
Oh, yes.
in Laval. So it depends. If it's just a couple of units, we have, but They want that whole lounge
The
section.
whole lounge section.
Yeah.
There's also Lux. I don't know if it's still working.
Lux, yeah, Lux is another one.
And DX too. They have particular
Yeah, there's
stuff.
many. There's Bravo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good companies in Montreal. Like, a lot of them went
Suppliers,
through.
why, yeah.
A lot of them. If I was lucky with one thing during the pandemic, was that I'm small still. It's like I have a 2,000 square foot warehouse, where some people have 20, 30, 40,000 square foot, and they suffered during the pandemic. They suffered, and they were selling a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They were
my gosh.
downsizing, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I was getting phone calls, and did I want to purchase some items, take some items off their list, off their hands.
Yeah.
So, but I think, basically when it comes to the event business, like I said, in Montreal, there's some awesome companies.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So before we continue, we have a game.
Game.
A game, another game.
Called
Hey.
Rapid Response. I could read the questions.
It's line up 5 shooters and see how many you could put down in 30 seconds.
And that's the other game.
Every time you have give a wrong answer, you have to.
You have to take a shot.
All right.
telling you-
I'm in. How about you ask me the question?
Telling you the people who left inebriated.
Exactly.
So it's a pretty simple game, Sly. It's sorry, Silvio. This is the
This
decor
is the Silvio
department.
division.
Sorry,
Okay,
it's the
okay.
Silvio.
Silvio division.
They asked me if I'm the owner of. Remember Silvio Imports?
Yeah,
Cadeau
totally, Silvio.
I get that question every time.
I would imagine, right?
Are you like a relative? Are you?
No, never met him.
Never met him.
So basically, I'm going to ask these questions that Lisa wrote. So I don't know how good or bad they are. But I'll ask the first one to Lisa and Francesca. You'll get an idea of what it is. It's
Okay.
basically rapid
Wow,
response.
crazy.
You're scaring me with the way you're
scaring
trying to sell me on this idea or something.
Lisa and Francesca. What the? She probably did this on the way here in the car. Kidding, because it's typed. Name 3 things you see in the sky.
You're looking at me. I am one of the things you see in the sky.
There she is.
Okay, stars, birds,
Yeah.
and clouds.
Very
That
nice.
works. That totally works, Lisa.
A kite, an
Oh.
airplane, and a blimp.
A blimp.
What's a blimp?
It's a big balloon.
It's a big
It's like the
oval-
Goodyear.
balloon.
It's like
yeah.
a Zeppelin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's right.
A hot air balloon.
Yeah.
That too.
Cool. Okay,
Mongolfiera.
Sly. This one's going to you.
Okay.
Name 3 things you do when no one else is watching.
Oh wait. Legally?
8 guinea pigs.
3 things I do when no one else is watching. Play piano in my underwear.
Oh, that's sweet. Sweet. Now I
In
want to
other
see
words,
that.
be comfortable in my condo. 3 things I do when no one else is
I
watching.
floss when no one else is watching because I hate the sound of floss, and I would imagine people hate it or
Well,
see.
but usually people
no.
don't stay next to you when you floss.
But I make sure, like, even in the house, no one, not my kids or no one.
You're going around
I go in
flossing
the bathroom
usually?
and I
I
floss.
don't. So.
No, some people do. Anyway, sorry.
Wash my clothing
Okay.
and
I guess the pants you took
get
off
a little,
to play the
a
other
little,
one.
a little too cute with the cute dog talk there. No one sees that part of me there.
The cute talking with the dog.
With the dogs, yeah. Man, the things that come out of my mouth. My daughter caught me one time with it. It's like, oh boy, Dad.
Oh, sweet. That was funny.
How old are you, Dad?
Lisa and Francesca, name 3 things that smell good.
Perfume. Food.
Yeah, food.
Yeah. And hair shampoo.
Hair shampoo? All right.
Because there's another type of shampoo, car shampoo.
That smells too carish.
Okay, my dog smells very good.
There you go.
She's so
Because of the shampoo.
Not because she's cute.
Okay.
She smells good.
Okay.
Flowers can smell good, not all
Yeah.
of them. And fresh bread.
Oh, yeah. That's a good smell.
And I want to add something else. Clean bed sheets.
Bed sheets.
yeah.
I love that.
Sly, can you think of something that smells good?
3 things that smell good.
Or just one, because they answered quite a bit. Unless you have more.
3 things that smell good. Definitely not my car. Oh man.
The underwear you play piano in?
3 things that smell good. I don't pay attention to these things. Oh my God, 3 things that smell good.
A nice pizza coming.
Oh, you mean like anything, not in my house or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Also buco.
You see?
Pizza all the time.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, like the smell of shrimp. I like that. Seafood.
Really?
Seafood. Like
Yeah.
when you're at the
Not
hall
everybody
and-
likes that. I really
No,
love
the
that.
the cognac and their.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Seafood, yeah.
Ooh, now I'm hungry. Okay.
Me too.
Or just simply the ocean itself when you walk
That.
by this.
Oh,
that's
that I
so
could.
nice.
That is-
definitely.
that is something.
That is a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah,
The
that's
ocean.
true. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
perfume, the
Oh, that's
ocean.
true.
Yeah.
Sly, name 3 things that are sticky.
Man, you guys. 3 things that are sticky.
That's the crazy one.
Glue?
Yeah, that works.
Why are these questions so difficult?
Because we all want to say, like, basically the first things that pop in our mind is anything dirty. And then you just want to
Oh,
say,
is that the
I don't
whole
want to
thing?
say
No.
that. So
And then you clean it.
let me try to think of something else.
Because my mind did go to the dirty
Right?
stuff.
So did mine.
Okay, so 3 things that are sticky. Glue. I'll stick to the glue and grease
Grease, yeah.
and
greasy, greasy.
candle wax.
Oh, yes.
That's a good
It's
one. That
sticky?
was,
Yeah.
Don't ask me what do I do with the candle wax. Candle wax.
What? Name, Lisa and Francesca, name 3 sounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beep. Ding dong.
He didn't say, do the 3 sounds. Just name them.
I know, but there's a
He didn't
beep.
tell you to produce
There's
them.
ding dong.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do it better. So, doorbell,
A doorbell.
waves,
Waves, yeah.
and wind.
And wind. There you go. Okay.
See?
And who cuts the wind?
On cuts the wind.
Okay, this is a good one. It's to Silvio. It's the last question here, and it's name 3 embarrassing moments you've had in public.
3 embarrassing moments I've had in public. This month?
This question?
This question itself, yeah. Oh, 3 embarrassing moments. Oh my gosh.
That's a tough one. You're like going through your whole life going, what the fuck?
Can you give me a chance on this and move
Sure,
on and I'll come back
well,
to me?
You
No,
know
that's
what?
the last question.
I'll say,
That is it. You're not moving on. Okay.
no, this is the. You know what? Let me say a quick one, and
Yeah.
you can think about it.
That
while
might
I'm
trigger
doing that.
some. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm at Loyola, which is my high school, which I just went to my 30th fucking anniversary, but whatever. They do a walkathon every year to raise money. So we were, thousands of kids. We walked 30 kilometers in a day, and you raise money for charities. And so while you're walking, they have floats, like trucks going, and everyone's walking, and there's thousands of kids. Like they close the streets off, and you're walking. And I was on a float, being the cool guy, and I'm like fucking, jumping around and laughing, cracking jokes. And then I decide to meet my friends that are on the street, and I said, I'm just gonna jump off this float. And there's like thousands of kids walking, and I jump off the float, but the float is moving. That the second I hit the ground, I did like 10 flip. Like I just landed, and the
Yeah.
second my feet touched it, I just like tumbled. And I was so embarrassed that like thousands of people just in front of me that were walking saw me. I just jumped up. I'm okay, but I have like blood coming from my head.
Oh, dear.
My lip, my knees
Oh, yeah,
are
yeah.
ripped apart. I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm trying to act cool. but-
Rock!
yeah, let's rock it. And I was like, anyways, quite embarrassing.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
the story of that year's walkathon.
Oh shit.
I think.
I had a wipeout like that in Greece, in Mykonos, at a restaurant. I had a wipeout where I was just trying to get out of the way of like a waiter or whatever, and I tripped over, I don't know, a pot or something. And
Oh no.
I wiped out like you wouldn't believe. I got up like nothing happened. I'm okay.
Hopefully
And
nobody
no one said anything. No one helped. I could have been dead on the floor. No one cared. That's one of them. I guess another one would be that I congratulated a woman because she seemed to be pregnant.
And she was.
She was.
That is
I
terrible.
know.
I think
that's-
every guy has done that at least
No,
once.
that's
Yeah.
like I'm never doing that again.
Instead of-
I did that too, though.
I have a.
I left a seat to someone. I said, no, please, like.
Yeah.
And she was like, why? Well, and I said, and I was like, I realized the guy she was together with, the guy was like,
No, I know.
I was like, nothing, just because I don't want to see it. And she was like,
Just try to be nice.
terrible.
No, my daughter did that to somebody at her store. She passed a guy dressed in a suit on a Sunday. And the girl, she and her friend were saying, "Sir, you look so handsome. You look fantastic." And he goes, "Thanks. I just came from my grandmother's funeral."
Oh my, yeah.
So she's like, awkward. Yeah.
Awkward
She was
moment,
like,
yeah.
oh my God.
So that's two. Can you leave me off the hook with
I'm
two?
good with two.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do that works, that
I
works.
can't think of a
Although we
third
were
one.
curious to know the third one, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
I'll when you cut and we're
Yes, now we're talking.
Oh, now we're talking.
So
All right, the show's over.
we're almost there, I think.
We are, yeah. Timing, yeah, we're good.
Oh my
So,
God.
go.
A question.
Yeah.
Do I have time for a question? Project for the future. So expanding, growing, or not, or just staying and being better, but a smaller scale. Or...
just gradually getting better at every one of the things I do. I don't need to.
I don't need to expand the 72,000 things I do in a week.
No, like just bring the decor to the next level and the band to the next level and the studio. Just that.
And let's promote. You also have a photo studio as well. So
Photo booth, you mean?
Photo booth, yeah.
and I thought a photo studio.
Photo booth, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, let's promote because that
Yeah.
goes for events as well. Part of
Yeah,
the decor,
celebrity
you can-
photo booth. Yes.
Celebrity photo booth.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we want to bring that to another level. No, it's just it's like everything else with technology. You've got the photo booth that we have, and then there's the spinning one, and then there's the
Yeah.
mirror one. There's when that mirror thing came out, I was like, oh, it was a nightmare. I said, I'm already dealing with
And another one.
these mirrors.
Imagine.
And now
There's always the 7
Yeah.
years of bad luck that you can play.
there you go. I'm going to use that from now, I swear. But basically, we have the photo booths that we have, and I don't know if we want to bring that to another level.
Okay.
Like out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because it changes very fast.
Very fast.
And technology costs lots of money.
Yeah.
Very
But
fast.
that mirror one is pretty cool. I saw it.
It is
That
cool.
is
They're all
very
cool.
neat.
The spinning one too. They're
spinning
Yeah,
one is
the
cool,
spinner
yeah.
is
they're
super
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But
The
it's,
one that goes around. And
so here's the thing about decor. If I have to compare it to photo booth or even the band for that matter, the band is the band. I love music way too much to give it up. It's my passion. Decor, you can put up a backdrop curtain. Okay, $400, $500, $600, $1,000. You put it up, it looks beautiful. It doesn't talk back to anyone. It does its job. You pick it up. You could set it up Friday if the hall or venue allows you to. You could pick it up on Monday. It's still there, looking pretty. It does everything it has to do. The pay at the end of the day is great for it. Photo booth. There's the wiring involved. There's the work involved. The somewhat editing involved because sometimes you're sending them the pictures and you won't go into editing at the degree that a photographer does.
Yeah.
But there's still some work
Yeah.
to do, etc. Dealing with the pre-production, like the frame of it, what's got to be written at the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it for what it gives back.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
There are some people that do it really well, full time. They have
You can
different
sublet,
packages,
for that.
They have different packages and they're really, really good. I just don't think I want to go there.
Okay.
I'd rather concentrate on the music and, of course, the decor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So where can we find you?
Yes, exactly.
Well, physically, we have our location is in Ville Saint Laurent. So you have been to Studio Jam Avenue, which is on La Rue Beaulac in Ville Saint Laurent. Just a few doors over, I have Eleganza Decor on La Rue Beaulac. We have most of our work put up on Instagram and Facebook. We do have websites, but believe it or not, we draw the attention to the clients. We tend to ask them to go check us out on Instagram and Facebook,
Yeah.
and even TikTok too. That's
you
how you
have
find
TikTok?
us. Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Okay.
And phone number, or email address.
So-
Here.
It's going to be going at the bottom of the screen now.
Is it really at the bottom?
I will.
Yeah.
put it at the
Okay,
bottom.
but I'll say it anyway.
Yeah.
The band, okay.
Of course.
So you call 514-570-5770.
Yep, right there. It's right there.
The decor, you call
514.
570-5770.
And Studio Jam?
514-337-2JAM.
Oh, sweet.
Jam.
Very
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Like it. Like it.
Yeah.
Well, we'd like to thank you.
Thank you
Like,
for having me. I
coming.
really
Oh my
appreciate
God,
it.
it was awesome.
Thank you so much.
It's like I just want to have a room and have you come and do the decor for what I've been
It'd
hearing.
be my pleasure. It'd be
Oh
my
my
pleasure.
God, that's
We'll
awesome.
do a
Yeah.
podcast from the decor. From the decor
That would be
lab.
awesome. That would be really
From the-
great.
Yeah,
Decor
sure.
lab.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
That'd be
great.
Cool. It's true.
Silvio, thank you so much. It
I-
was so interesting, and you do so many things so well.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
It's true. It's true because I mean we all see what you do, and guys, I can tell you, it's the best. So.
Yeah, we all know from experience.
sweet.
We've all worked with Silvio, and he's the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to our fantastic sponsors. Without you, this wouldn't be possible.
It
So,
would be, but we'd be a lot unhappier.
very sad, but the face of sad.
Yeah. It would be a
Like
long,
this.
boring podcast.
Yeah. Well, keep on doing what you guys do. You do a wonderful job.
Thank you so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
thank
you, guys.
Thank you to the grappa. Thank you to everything.
Yes.
Thank you, Em.
We need to have, and let's hurry this up because I want to hear that story. That's
Yeah, yeah.
Silvio
See,
has.
ciao, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
guys.
See you. Bye.
Bye.